Welcome to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. Now I want to get a few things done in this video, but before I get into that I want to talk about the 0.7.5.7 update which was released on the 8th of May 2019 if you're watching this in the future. Now the update doesn't list any bug fixes, but what it does do is it introduces a number of quality of life changes which I think are going to make a big difference to the game. Well, the first one is there is now a 64-bit executable available, which is what I'm currently running now. So hopefully that will improve the performance of the game and give it more stability. So that's the first one out. The next one is there's been improvements to the worker and passenger transportation mechanic. Now they don't specify in great detail how this is done, but what they're implying now is that, well, what I can gauge from the statement is that passengers will now travel from one bus station to another bus station. So if you send, say, workers down from here to, say, this bus station, and then there's a link from this bus station to another one, which I haven't got, my network isn't that extensive, they will travel through. Now, I've literally started the game with the update, so I'm not sure how that mechanic's going to work. That's something we're going to have to explore over time. Now, probably for any of you guys who are really into construction, they've added 2 new buildings. We've now got livestock storage. Let's just see how big that is. So in this chained process here, I've got my livestock farm. You could probably put a storage building in between here and the slaughterhouse, because it's literally storing livestock. I don't know how much livestock it was. So we just go here. Yeah, we can store 225 tons of livestock there. Now, to be honest, at the moment my livestock production or meat production is an absolute mess, so I won't need that. But probably more significantly is we've now got a cement silo, which is relevant to what I've got over here. I could slip that in there, although to be honest, at the moment my cement connection is literally across the other side of the road, so I'm not sure if I'm going to need that in this current build, but it's certainly going to add a difference in the future. Now we're going to get on to the 2 really big quality of life changes. Well, the first one is probably the best way to illustrate it is here. If you click here, you will see there's now a tab here that says all related vehicles. And what it does is it tells you where the vehicles are and which vehicles are now operating from that. And the nice thing is that, I think if we click, no, it doesn't work on that one. If you actually check this with the bus depots, you can now see which ones are coming in. More importantly, if you click on that, it will actually give you the route. I think that's going to make a massive difference with respect to the micromanagement. One area that I do a lot of is here. So we've got one. And I think more importantly, you can actually see now where your trucks are going. So all my trucks now are delivering to different places. It would be really great if you could rename the buildings so that you could actually find where these buildings are. While I'm at it, actually, sorry guys, I'm just gonna. No, my food situation is getting a bit low, and I haven't got anyone exporting. So let me just check it. Yeah, I'm not really getting any people into my food factory. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. Let's have a look. Food factory. There's a lot of people meant to be working. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase, because my livestock production is virtually non-existent, but I do need to keep the food situation up and running. Finally, guys, something that will relate to this video, and that is, come to construction, now we come to trees. We select trees. What you will see now is where before you had to place individual trees, what you can do now is select what we got here: cedar, acacias, pines, and what you can do is literally paint in trees, which is what I want to do here anyway. And that's it for the update. And I think of all of them, probably the tree painting and the vehicle management are the biggest aspects of the change. And just to give you a bit of an update, over here things are okay. I say the big issue at the moment, it does seem to be keeping the food up. I think what's happening is that as this area is growing, I'm consuming more and more food, and I really need to get more workers into here. The other problem I am getting from time to time is that up here, these workers aren't driving my coal mine. So what I do need to do is get more of these people actually into the coal mine to keep the production up. So generally over here everything's okay. We'll get to this in a little while, but the first thing I want to do here is get the forestry up and running, because in the previous video I was building this. I've also built a hospital. So one top tip here, guys, don't queue up and try and build too much, because life gets a bit tricky. And one thing that was happening here is that this area here is not enabled, and what I actually did was switch these buildings off by reducing. So what we need to do is just get back in here, and what you do is you just I want this back to maximum. So we're just going to open this up again like that, and of course what we're going to have to do here is buy some trucks. We need a logger. I don't think we've got open hole. We don't need any transport trucks here. So I don't know if we actually need one. And I suppose we get I suppose we've still got to get the logger that's got to come out here and do it. I think we'll just drop a logger in there as well. I'm not totally sure how this works. So I've got a path here. I need to put that up. And what should happen now? I mean, yeah, we should get someone to come down here. Yeah, we've got a few people coming in now. And what should happen is, I'm not sure if these actually pick up or do anything else. Since they actually can. That guy goes out. I mean, he's felling the trees, and then so maybe I don't need this guy. Anyway, the idea is that these will chop the logs, and then he will bring that back into here and unload the logs, and then this will flow into here, and then this will then flow into this storage area here. It means that now I don't need this. What I'm going to do is reduce this down to an absolute minimum. I don't need the brick production now. And the idea is that these will start to produce boards, which will then be stored here, and then as that builds up, we're now going to move down to the next part of the production that I want to get into. We've now got prefabs here, and you can see what I've done is I've built this open storage area here, which is driving the construction down here. You can see my rail construction office is up and running. This building has taken absolute ages to build. You can see we've got 602. The real problem I've had is getting workers down to here. What I want to do now is get this up and running. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stop. Oops, no. That's prefab panels. Oops, no. Bit of a mistake there, guys. What I need to do is take off purchase of prefab buildings, and I will probably take off that as well. So we got that there now. And the next thing I need to do is add you there, and in here what we're going to do is purchase, for the moment we're going to purchase a bit of cement, not too much. And then what will happen is once the workers arrive, there we are, they're now coming into here. I mean, there's a lot of workers down here who really like to get things going, and what that will do is these will start to produce the prefabs. And what they should do now, once this is full up, they should now move down into this area here, what I really need is a truck to. So let me just purchase this. I've got to keep an eye on the money. And what I want is it. It's a. On a truck, I suppose it's going to have to be an open hole. And I want, and your job is going to be. I think we'll just take that one. Your job is going to be to pick up boards from here and bring them down to here. I'm going to wait until loaded. No, I don't want bricks, I want boards. And then you're going to wait here until unloaded. Yep, that'll do. And what this guy will then do is bring the boards down from here and keep this whole area going this way. I don't think I actually need. And of course, this is the new. Can't see it there. Ah, I can't see them. I suppose because they're associated with that. I've got this bus station here. The moment that there are no. Oh, there's one vehicle related to this. I think the job of this is to bring people down into this area, feed this section here. Now we're going to move on to this area here, guys. Now, what can I say? If you watched my previous video, I said I wanted to electrify this, and I have had a little bit of a reality check, because if I show you here, if I build a section of rail here to make sure you can see this here, this is the base track. It's very slow. I think it's only 75 kilometers. You can see this needs gravel, boards, and steel. This one is more expensive. This is 150 kilometers. Now you can see why I've got the prefab factory up and running, because we can make that with prefabs, and the only thing we'll have to buy in is steel. Now I was going to go electrified, but I actually did the costing, and electro components are horrendously expensive. In fact, laying that distance of track is twice as expensive as the diesel track. Just to show you here, I mean, I would have to buy in steel at 694 rubles. More importantly, these electro components are 2,634. So laying in this track is going to be horrendously expensive. So what I've decided to do is, if I click on here, is I'm going for the high speed track here, build concrete based railway. And the idea is that what will happen is I'm going to do a single track across the map to here, so that we can get a bit of cash running by exporting the prefabs. I mean, we're getting quite a lot of prefabs actually building up quite nicely already. I'm very tempted to. Why are you? Are you the guy? Who are you? Oh, you're carrying boards. Actually, I don't know why I've got wood there, because I'm never going to have wood, so I might as well increase the storage capacity there. I think this is an element of the micromanagement of the game. I bought some electro components here. They're just so expensive. The other thing I've also done here, this is electrified line, but as you can see, it's not connected at the moment. You can also see all my various attempts of layouts here as well. Now, this isn't actually connected at the moment. This is a marker. What I've got here is a connection here for the oil refinery, which will come down here. But this is literally just a marker to remind me that I need to bring a double line railway through here, because the idea is eventually this will probably spread out across the map this way. So that's it, because this is my train depot. This is my construction office, so they're building up quite nicely. And you can see here, this bus is bringing people down, and although the bus is bringing them down, I think this is a change to the new mechanic, that this bus is bringing workers down, and these workers are basically contributing towards the construction here. I've got workers in here. Why have I got workers in here? Oh. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to get. There's no power supply here as well, because there wasn't. These people weren't meant to move in. Let me just fix this up. Yep, I know. Just don't know what that. Let's just trim that out. Voltage wires. Get into. One of the annoying things here is trying to hook these. It's going to get some power in there. The other thing also I've done is I've built a construction yard here, and what I've done is move some of the vehicles from here down to here. That's what I could do is move you down to here as well. And one nice thing is if you've got a truck vehicle in here that you don't really want, what you can do is assign them to here, and then they will do it. And actually it looks like my still not getting. Yeah, what are these guys doing? Resources on construction site. Okay. I mean, how much did it cost me to finish this? 34,000. Very tempted just to pop it and finish it, to be honest. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that, guys. I've got the money for it. And we're just going to finish that off, I think. And what was I doing? Yes, I need to... I've laid this out. I think that's the kindergarten. And that's the school. So let's just get... Oh, no connection. The road's not finished yet. This is what I was doing here, and I must have clicked on this by accident, so that this is not actually working. I think what we'll do is just put a couple of footpaths in. Maybe we're not paying for them. Didn't notice that. Well, I suppose in some ways it's better if they are paid for. What would it there? I think just for a bit of speed. Like this here. Because main vehicles I moved down here were the asphalt vehicles, because there was absolutely no point having the asphalt trucks up here, because you can see I upgraded the road completely here. We've also got a cinema being built here. So we've now got this cement plant up and working. We've got a few workers in it, but we don't have any coal. So I think for the moment, what we're going to do is buy a little bit of coal. That should get the cement plant working. And what that will do is feed into here, which means we don't need this anymore. So because if this is not producing the cement, I don't want this building panels. You can see we've got loads of panels here anyway. And I think the next thing I'm going to need, how much money have I got? I've got plenty of money, or reasonable amount of money, is what we're going to do is come in here. And the question is, what out there is a cement truck. So what we got here, 9.4 tons. I'm going to get the cheaper one, simply because this isn't going to need to win any. Get you underway, and you're going to load there, and then you're going to wait until unloaded. And then what we're going to do is come in here and we're going to get rid of that cost. So we've now got this area here producing cement, and it's supplying cement to the prefab factory, and it's also going to supply cement over here. I've got a feeling it won't be long before this actually maxes out. Now the problem I have got is how to get coal here, and part of me would like to strike off a branch from here and come through about here, because to make the coal, just to show you guys, we would have to put a coal processing plant in somewhere, and then some aggregate storage. So we'd have to have something. Probably like to see the roads in the wrong place. I don't really want to build it there. And then we'd have to have a coal plant. If I could put this in a decent place, I mean, maybe it might be better put it, say, about there. We could expand this town to provide the workers for this, although it's a little bit distant away. I mean, we could put it there. This terrain's not flat, and then this would feed into here, and then we could reduce the coal, run the coal round down to here. I'm not sure where the connection is. See, the input for the coal plant is there. I think what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to go for a bit of a cheaper alternative to start with. Now I've got a dump truck here. So what we're going to do is move you to there. Yeah, there we go. Just move around. And what we're going to do is send you up to here and down to here. And what I want you to do is wait until unloaded, come down here, unload. Wait. Not that you're ever going to be able to keep up with the production. And probably still got some money. So I think what we're going to do is get a second dumper in. We'll do exactly the same. Now these aren't going to deliver enough to keep up with the entire production, but it should offset some of the costs until such time as I've got the money to max this out. Yeah. If we get a couple of dump trucks running up and down here, I don't want too much traffic running through here. I mean, we're getting, see, the production is dropping again here. Have to get more and more of these workers into the coal mine just to keep the production up and running. Now I've got this whole mess over here, which eventually the idea is this will disappear, because if I can get a coal plant down here, I could move the brickworks over to here as well. Right, these guys are still building, so I'm still kind of looking at what I need to do here. What's this? This is the school. This just, I thought I'd allocated here. No, oh, I couldn't allocate because of the road, could I? Never mind. I'm just going to keep the road crew busy. I think that's. So we got the tarmac, oh, the asphalt from there. So we're doing okay at the moment, guys. Let's have a quick look. I think what's going to happen is you can see that the well, that's still auto purchasing, but I think you'll find what will eventually happen is, yeah, it's already happened here. This is up to maximum. This is maximum. So what's happening now is the cement is starting to build up here because this is at maximum eventually. So eventually we should stop burning coal and then what will happen is the coal will build up here, which then will offset some of the costs of the auto purchase. So at the moment we've just got a little bit of consumption from the concrete, I would guess. Yeah. Of course we've got no workers here either. Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah. Sorry about this, guys. It helps if I actually assign the people from here to come to here, and that should help. I think what I'm going to do, guys, is, so I've got a little bit of cash and I've got a bit of time. Come in here. Now, who carries prefabs? Open hole. I suppose it's an open hole truck. Yeah. So what we got here is 6.3 tons. I suppose this is going to be the strongest one. Right, we're going to pick you up here. I mean, this is just a little way to subsidize my outgoings until such time as I got my rail up and running. So we hook that there. Wait until loaded. You pick up that, then you will unload at the customs house. Okay. I mean, it's not going to make a vast sum of money, but at the same time, anything that pushes my income up here, you can see this month, last month, you can see I'm making a reasonable amount of money. The problem is, of course, I'm spending stuff here. You can see the electrical components. So, and we've now got our rail yard built, but we need this to be finished. I don't know. So, that's interesting. Looking for their automated rail construction. Oh. Hopefully this will get built. And then once that's built, we'll start the experiment of laying some track. I've got absolutely no idea how well that track's going to go. We've got 53 people here. We should have a shopping mall. Yeah, I've got a small shopping centre there. I'm not sure that's really the right place for it, so I think I'm going to blow that up, actually, to be honest. Blow that up. What I really need, because we're going to need more accommodation here to drive my construction this way. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to put a small put that there, and I'm just going to assign that there. At the moment, if anyone wants any food, they're going to have to travel all the way up to here on the bus. So we'll probably look at this. Yeah, no culture, no spirit, no. Yeah, 48 citizens need food. I mean, I could. Yeah, I think we're just going to auto purchase that. And I'm just going to auto purchase that road connection. And we'll just let that run. I'm not going to ship any food over here. Back on the food situation. Let's just make sure. Yep. Yeah. Got no workers here. What's going on? Why is there nobody in the food factory? Or is it the fact that the food is being shipped out faster than... Yeah, I'm just making sure that I'm not selling food. No. I mean, in theory, all these are still got backup storage. So I suppose in some ways you could say that this is becoming fairly optimal. But what I do really need is to get more workers into here. I think what I'm going to do is push that up higher, because this livestock farm is virtually a complete bust at the moment. So, get to here. I mean, the ore processing is working quite well. And you've got no workers. Why isn't anyone working here? Wow, this has dropped right down. Okay. Right, we're gonna have to invite some. This is gonna cost me a lot of money. I think what's happening is these people are being pulled. We've got a lot of people in the... So the food factory is now picking up. Okay. This is where the whole economy will collapse and give me problems. We've now got these people get a little bit happier. I think what we got another block there. I think what we will do is whack in. I think this is a bit of redundant space, so back in there, and we'll just decide. Nope, no. And this is one of the annoying elements of the game. So we've now got. Oh no, it's not quite finished yet. It's 239 days to go. I don't think I'm going to worry too much about this for this part, guys. We'll probably do the railway in the next part. So what I want to do is just get this. How's my? Oops, don't want that. You can see what happens with the forestry. These guys come out and cut down trees, and these guys have got lots of wood, and they're delivering the wood to there. I thought I'd change the prefab panels. I presume these are boards. Well, to be honest, if this builds up, we've got loads of boards down here. I think the issue is you don't need that many boards. I think what I will do is reduce the workforce down here, because I don't think I really need this going flat out. I mean, if this doesn't work, we can then use these boards, because I don't think boards is something you need vast quantities of. Let me just check here. These are prefabs. This is concrete. The concrete is the main driving force. Let's check the economy again. Yeah, so we've made a little bit in prefab panels now, which is going to help a little bit. And just back here. Yeah. Making a little bit of there. Gravel. Not sure why we're buying gravel. Oh, that's probably because I purchased the finished building. This building over here, wasn't it? Yes. And I think what we're going to do is get a couple of these in. I mean, buying people in is quite a problem, so we don't have that much in the way of staff here. But spiritually, participate in support, unable to get clothes. Well, this is a small shopping centre, so you should be able to get clothes here. I'm not sure why you can't. And of course, we got this project going on over here as well. Not sure why this. Yeah, when you're assigned the cinema, why are you not doing anything? When this is the only job you've got, why aren't you? I'll check. One thing I have noticed is, and again, you've got to expand things now. And the nice thing also is, if you don't want this, you can actually minimize them all now like that. Down, so that's a nice quality of life change as well. So I suppose what we've got to do now, guys, is just grind out this area here and see how it goes. I mean, I could talk a little bit about what I want to do here. What I'm thinking is that I may shift this around a little bit, and we'll have the, well, just to show you guys. Oops, what I'm thinking is we'll probably have, zoom in. I'm kind of thinking maybe we'll have, I mean, this is a bit rough, but we'll probably have a dedicated oil town coming this way. So what we'll probably would do is put in the oil refinery, say about here. I'll just put it in. Yeah, we're not paying for anything anyway. So what I'm maybe a little bit further south. I don't know why I'm saying south, because there's no compass in this game. So what I'm thinking is, well, we'd have the oil refinery there. We could put some more buildings here, the oil refinery, and then the main town would come this way, down here, and we'd have a proper kind of center here. So the main town to drive this refinery would be here, with this providing some extra support coming in this way. I mean, that's my thinking, guys. A lot of trucks here doing nothing, which is slightly annoying. Yeah, I think my general construction crews are a little bit very efficient now compared to before. Actually, did I assign? You're loading boards. Why aren't you doing anything? Why are you just sat there? Oh, you can't. Yeah, that's exactly the problem. But these trucks here. There's the concrete truck. And check that. I don't know if I've got a covered open hole. I've got an open hole truck here. Where are you? Or are you just so busy that you can't do anything else? I've got two covered trucks here doing nothing. I'm a bit worried about this guy might block off this terminal here, so we're going to keep an eye on that. I think what we will do is get some more footpaths in here. Maybe we'll connect this up to here like that. You to there. You to there. I had connect you to there. I don't think this actually needs a footpath. And certainly want you connecting to there, to there, and to there. And you can connect to there, and you can connect to there, like that. And in the road, this road crew seems to want to sit around and do nothing. I don't think that will tell me yet. We'll get these guys up and running, and we'll just get this area working quite nicely. Yeah, so this is running. Just have to check the concrete plant. Yeah, we're still not gaining with the coal, because I presume that what's happening is that this is taking the occasional delivery of cement. Yep. So we've got loads of cement here. Let me just check the truck underneath here. Yeah, you've still got 4 tons of cement in there, so that's okay. I mean, the money's building up quite nicely. Just add this to it as well. Generally, they're very quick laying out the paths. I mean, how's the storage here? Yep, storage there is good. So, all in all, I mean, I've got a lot of boards here. How much a board's worth? I mean, if I'm producing it, I might as well sell it and find boards. 17 is... I mean, it's a long way to ship something that 10 tons would be worth 170 rubles. I'd be more inclined to ship the panels, to be honest. Now, I think we're going to buy another truck here. And what's the biggest open? This is at the CAS. That. Well, that was shift 10, 12 ton. Okay, let's pick you up. And I think what we're going to do, guys, is we've got boards here, which is slightly closer. So your job is going to be to pick up there and get to here. And your job is going to be pick up the maximum number of boards and then take it to... I mean, I'm reluctant to put too many trucks on this job simply because eventually, once I've got the rail up and running, I'm going to have to find these trucks and do it. Actually, let's put let's just do another one. Open hole, CAS. And I think what we'll do actually would be a bit... let's take it from there. And you can come here as well. And you're going to pick up... pick up. Wait until loaded. So this just if we can just get a bit more cash running into the game. Problem's fuel, because coming all the way over here to deliver this is going to cost me fuel, so it's going to cut into my profits. And we have completed the rail construction office, and what we will be doing in the next part is starting to build this railway out. So this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video, hope you found it interesting, and until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.